2 pilots were killed and dozens of passengers were injured.
Investigators now trying to piece together how this tragedy happened, and we want to bring in CBS News national investigative correspondent Tom Hansen. Tom, it's a little bit loud behind you, but you're at LaGuardia Airport. The NTSB has been on the ground there for about 24 hours. So what steps are they now taking in that investigation?
Yeah, hey there, Madison and Carmen. Well, it is loud because planes are starting to take off. There are limited runways and limited capacity, but planes are starting to take off. But it is to the backdrop of the wreckage site there, which NTSB is going to be on the ground parsing through the debris field today. You know, if you take a look at that video of the plane, the velocity when it T-boned that truck on the runway, you can imagine that the debris field is just huge here. There are going to be NTSB agents who are, by the way, you mentioned earlier in the show that people are struggling getting through TSA. The NTSB agents who are trying to get here on the ground also are struggling to get here. So some of them are still trickling in. We heard from NTSB's Jennifer Homendy. She says that they are going to look into the controller, their actions, the staffing levels at the time, and the equipment. You know, LaGuardia's tower has what's called ASD, which is Airport Surface Detection Equipment. It's runway safety system used by air traffic controllers to detect potential collision risks on the runways and the taxiways. So they are going to be looking into whether or not that was functioning properly. A lot of questions here still unanswered. But I also want to talk about the logistics of these planes when they are landing. So when these planes are landing, they actually pitch up, meaning that the pilots in the plane may not have even been able to see the truck when it crossed the path. It did have approval from air traffic control to cross that runway, and that's when that fateful crash happened. So certainly a lot of questions. This wreckage site is going to remain here throughout the week. They are not going to open this runway number 4, until 7 a.m. on Friday, guys.
Tom, every single time that we watch this video, it is so chilling. I mean, it's devastating, really, the collision that happened. We're showing a video now of the crew of that flight leaving the hospital. And the last 24 hours, we learned that a flight attendant was actually thrown from the plane, but survived and was still strapped into her seat. So what are we hearing now from people that were on that flight?
Well, that woman, Solange Tremblay, as you mentioned, was ejected from the plane, thrown hundreds of feet, still strapped to her chair, and only suffered a broken leg. You know, it truly is remarkable, given the violent nature of this crash, that no passengers died in this accident. But understandably, they are very shaken up by this. Many of the passengers who we've heard from say that they are grateful for the pilots and their service. They're devastated by the tragedy here, but they want to figure out exactly what happened here, because as you can imagine, a lot of people feeling very unsettled about this.
Yeah, Tom, understandable. You can watch more of Tom's reporting ahead on CBS Mornings at 7 o'clock. Tom, thanks for your live reporting.